to pick up the first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left. So this defense for the Broncos, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there.
And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt with career touchdown number 174, just one shy of Emmitt Smith in 2nd place. And the Wizards are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win. Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Right back to him on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have the Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 18 Rattler.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now this thrown deep for Kraft. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tucker Kraft, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point splits the uprights. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready? 19 Charger.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Cougar 19.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Cougar 19.
That's to Kraft, the tight end. Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Dragon 60.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 23 yards, the final tally.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Flash. Ready, right?
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Okay.
2nd and 10.
Come on. Set. 70 Timberwolves. Cougar 19.
Now they'll change things up.
70 Timberwolves. Check out.
A run inside, Krosky Merritt. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Here's 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Gotta imagine the pass rush this will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
At the 29-yard line.
60 Mavericks, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Warriors, Cowboy 80.
Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. How about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. 19 tight,
19 tight, 18, Pioneer. 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18. Hurt. Trap 50, trap 60. Cup 19. Go street. Panther 11.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Come on. Hey. Bronco 80, 19 target, Mustang 19. 19, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Get him. Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 36 yards on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of effort.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Play after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Call it a loss of 16 there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll be hit as he
disappointment on that one because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh, no. Looked like they had that one set up well on third down, but you got to give yourself time to get rid of the football.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Now they'll audible to something else.
Cup 19. Dragon 60, 70 Rangers, 70, 18.
Back to throw now on first down.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Cowboy 80. Go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Bronco 80.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Martinez. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
On the jump.
Looking to put a drive together.
18 Cardinal, 8, like it.
The drive begins with a carry by Krosky-Merritt. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
First and 10 at the
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And touchdown.
Wizards come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for two. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Three. Get it.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
70 range, 60 average, grab 50, Buffalo 18. Ready, right?
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Go.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Take the 60, pass the 60.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Ready?
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
Liking 18. Liking 18. Check. Let go.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Panther 11, Hawks 18, Pioneer. 7 Pirates.
Looking to throw, and he fires one incomplete.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go now. 8 Cougar 19 Lions.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
Panthers 60, Panthers Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Now he's loose again.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 41 yards.
And the Broncos take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside and 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But we're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter. as he'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try and run for it. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Joshua Carney to kick off. They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a...
And this will be caught at the 30. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this third quarter.
And the Wizards are able to at least get one score back.
They'll try and throw for it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. It's complete. And this is caught. So they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about.
Set to kick off.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Looking to put a drive together.
Hey, hey, check that. Hey. 60.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Hold the ready.
2nd and a couple.
Moving like team. Here we go. Shot. Hook.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
A gain of 7.
Panther
1st
60.
down, Broncos.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, break.
Second down and 3.
70. Come on. Hit.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described.
And this is going to be intercepted. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control who you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 6.
19 tight.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Back to throw again. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
15-yard line.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
He finds his man complete. It's Martinez. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown, Brown.
And the Wizards get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
That's caught. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
A gain of 10 yards.
143 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
coverage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
And now an audible here into something else.
Hawk 70, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 79 Broncos.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's taken in by Kraft.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Tucker Kraft
With his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
They'll take over first and 10. At their own 35-yard line. His guys take over first and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And this offense on third down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
It's 2nd and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Come on.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, huh?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Ready.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
That's good.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go
A gain
now.
of 9 yards.
Drop it. 65
Broncos
19
first
sight.
down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back?
There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt with career touchdown number 175, tying Emmitt Smith for 2nd most all-time. And the Wizards get a bit closer. And they're a perfect 5 for 5 now on 2-point conversions as he is in to get them 2 more. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Broncos are going to get the football. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Wizards 47.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there. 88 yards. And the Wizards are able to cut into that deficit. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game near the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Ready.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Broncos.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Hot 70, hot 70. No.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Come on. 19, 60 Bobcat, 19 Lions.
Second and 9 now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 21 yards away. And the Broncos are able to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 24. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Bronco 8, Buffalo 18. Mustang 19.
Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lasted one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
18, Pioneer. Ready? Cowboy 80, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let's go. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And you've got to say,